Good evening, everyone. We begin tonight with a warning about a cold-hearted and dangerous crook.
Police say he's still on the street after ambushing that local senior citizen.
Well, it turns out the 84-year-old victim was actually trying to keep a female church member safe when he was attacked. Our Mark Santia joins us from Detroit tonight with the story. Mark, first of all, we saw what he looks like. How's he doing tonight?
Paul's doing okay. Obviously, he's very sore. But when you think of what Paul did, safety-wise, he did everything exactly the way we're taught. He was aware of his surroundings. He had his car keys in his hand. He saw a stranger, actually made eye contact, and was very confident. Everything was fine until this great-grandfather stepped into his car and was ambushed.
He kept pounding on my face and holding his hand, and he's got me down with his knee, you know. I'm helpless.
The swelling has gone down, and for the first time in 2 days, Paul McDermott can open his left eye.
I was scuffling and trying to get away to retaliate.
Cuts on his face, bruises around the 84-year-old's mouth, and bloodshot eyes are difficult to look at.
He was steadily pounding on me wherever he could hit me. And I was trying to move and move and move. He was just steadily pounding.
But what's even more difficult is trying to comprehend why a stranger would do this to Paul.
He just started beating.
It all starts here on Waverly Street. Paul, a good Samaritan, is checking on a woman from his church who needs help. Leaving the house, Paul notices a young man walking in the street.
I spoke to him.
What did you say to him?
I just said, good morning. Good evening, really.
As this great-grandfather steps into his Jeep, the young man suddenly reappears, saying nothing, only throwing fist after fist into Paul's face.
Trying to pull my gun around where I can fire it through my coat. But he knew what was happening, so he had a grip like a vice on him. A young and strong man.
Paul has a permit and reaches for his own gun, but the stranger is stronger. He grabs the pistol and Paul's keys, leaving the 84-year-old in the snow, bloody and bruised.
I don't live in fear.
I don't live in fear. Paul kept saying that over and over and over again. He's lived here in Detroit for 44 years, and Paul told me he refuses to let this attack change his life. He says he's going to keep helping people from his church, but he hopes somebody will speak out because he doesn't want to see this happen to anyone else. Reporting live in Detroit, I'm Mark Santia, Local 4.
Mark, Mr. McDermott's gun the attacker didn't get his gun, did he? And did he get a good look at him?
He did. He got away with Mr. McDermott's car as well as his gun. His car has been recovered. That gun has not been recovered. Mr. McDermott did get a pretty good look at him. He told me this, his attacker's about in his 20s to young 30s, lower 30s. He says he was taller. If anyone has any information, you're asked to call police immediately.
All right. We certainly wish Mr. McDermott the best. Our Mark Santia reporting for us live.